So,
Back to it.
back to it. You know what it is. It's top tier playtime.
I don't like the playtime does not work.
Sounds like it's for kids, huh?
Yeah, no.
And it doesn't look right coming from us.
No. Doesn't,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's get back into it.
So,
What game are you going to introduce to us today, buddy?
Thank you. I will be introducing. I messed that up already.
It's not working.
That's what it is. I will be introducing the amazing game of Civilization.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot we played that a lot.
We did. I still play it. I play it over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so much fun.
You played Civilization 6 or you
6, yeah.
Okay.
Which I thought the futuristic one in outer space.
Beyond Earth. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I love
But
that game.
I still got to go back to Civ 6.
Mm-hmm.
Just, I feel like it's more.
Did you play 5?
Yeah, I played 5.
Okay. You played more 6 though.
Oh, definitely 5. I actually do miss 5 sometimes because I don't know, you didn't have to like spend your workers. They just constantly went all over the map and worked.
Yeah.
So it took less like attention span.
Yeah.
You just like put it on automatic and it's like upgrading tiles wherever it goes.
Yeah, that was nice.
But it's still a cool game. There's there's other features in 6 that make up for that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Why don't you introduce like the core game mechanics? Like what it's all about.
So basically, yeah, you're gonna have to help me with the terminology.
Okay, yeah.
It's like top up.
Yeah.
How do you say that?
Yeah, top down.
Top down. There you go. Top down, and you start from humble beginnings to this little town that you settle on, and you're slowly expanding your territory while basically competing with other civilizations like Japan or Rome or whatever. And you get to choose your own civilization.
Yeah.
I usually go with the Vikings just because I'm loyal to Vikings.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah.
And so I think what am I missing on the mechanics? Help me out here, Chase.
Well, so like for when you choose your civilization, you pick like one of the like that nation's like leaders or like one of their powerful figures in history. So like for US they've done George Washington.
Oh yeah, that's yeah, for Rome it's like Caesar.
Yeah.
And Cleopatra's Egypt. Gandhi is India, which is kind of weird because you're talking about attacking like other players, and Gandhi was like fully peaceful.
Oh, man, yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of cool things like that. Queen Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm.
I forget who the French chick was. Or there's two options. Like some countries have dudes versus girls, and Alexandria of Greece was one.
Mm-hmm. And usually it changes like per game.
Yeah, every game it changes. I think for who was for 5 in America? It wasn't Teddy Roosevelt.
It was George Washington.
That's right.
Yeah. And
yeah, it was George Washington. I like that a lot more. Yeah. Teddy Roosevelt pisses me off when I look at him.
Yeah, he looks like a bit of a dick.
He does.
Yeah.
I don't trust you.
Yeah, no. And then 4, I think, was Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln, yeah. I think I've seen a few videos on that, but I think it's really cool. Um, what? Let's talk about what irks you in that game. Does anything irk you about it?
Yeah, I think the thing that annoys me the most is like the culture stuff. The
Yeah, it
culture
kind of
like
gets in the
religion
way.
stuff. Yeah. Um, I mean, it's easier. Like if I'm playing like a culture, uh, religious type game,
Uh huh.
then it's really annoying. But if I'm playing like a war game, like if I'm just going for like the domination victory, then
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
care.
not messing
I'll
with that.
just kill all. So this is another like concept for the game. It's like victory conditions. So you can win in like a bunch of different ways.
I always do domination.
Yeah, domination's the like most common one because all you got to do is just defeat everybody.
Yeah.
Basically, like take over their
Which
countries.
you don't like get a game like that for like a science victory. Like
Yeah.
that's just
Well, it depends on like what. First of all, it depends on like the leader that you pick, and then it depends on like how you just want to try to play. Like if you've only been playing domination, at some point you might like, how do I win with tech?
yeah.
How can I do that? Um, and it's like I've tried like winning all of them and all the different victory conditions, and it's like interesting like how the play style changes
Hmm.
because I like it a lot because when you're going for like a cultural victory is like when you spread your culture so much and it's like it's basically infecting all the other civilizations areas and like the
Yeah.
leaders will come to you and they'll be like, I saw our people like wearing your clothes and you gotta stop spreading your culture everywhere.
And then some civilizations like Africa, they want you to go.
Yeah, and
Like they get mad at you when you haven't spread your religion to their country.
yeah.
So that's another cool aspect about it too, is that it's your like everyone's motivations are different.
Mhm.
Like different cultures, meaning like players, they want different things. They have their own secret agenda that you can only really figure out if you become friends with them.
Mhm.
Otherwise, you're just kind of guessing, and if they message you and be like, "Hey, I like what you did,"
Yeah.
then
They'll, like,
you know
secretly
you're doing
support
something
you.
right with them.
Yeah.
So usually, I'll I'll be Vikings, and I'll get uh, Rome on my side pretty fast because I'll just start expanding,
Yeah.
and he likes when like you have a lot of land.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're cool, you're powerful.
Yeah.
Like there's some leaders, it's like a respect thing, but other leaders, it's like, I think the Chinese will get on your case, like, hey, you're taking up too much
Too
land, and he
much.
won't even be on the same
Yeah.
continent,
Yeah.
and condiment. He won't even be on the same ketchup,
He's
bro.
a big dude. He,
But he doesn't
he
like
doesn't
it.
like that,
Yeah, I think
no.
he sees it as
There's a-
greed or something.
There's a lot of other ones that like if you don't want to like settle another city like that's too close to their borders to
Yeah,
like get a
no
resource.
city likes that.
Yeah, they get real messed up.
Even
about it.
Rome will be like, "Hey, it's really cool that you're expanding and shit, but you need to back up.
Get out
Go
of here,
find
bud.
your own land."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy cool concept.
Mm-hmm.
And with my brain, it's like I just could eat that shit up all the time.
Mm-hmm. Like
w-
yeah, so for like the cultural stuff too.
Mhm.
Like if you're going for like basically if you're going for science, culture, anything that's not domination,
mhm. Religion.
yeah, you have to. Then it becomes a game about like making sure everybody else doesn't mess with you because you're not
Yeah.
focusing on like military production.
Oh, and then you really got to play the
So you
politics.
got to be careful.
Yeah.
You got to be careful where you're expanding, but you also need those resources for like all your science.
Because they'll just
whatever.
wipe you out because,
Yeah.
I don't know, you pissed them off.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then you lost.
A lot of them will like realize like the AI is like super smart in this game. So if they like realize that you're going for like if you're like almost about to achieve like science victory, they'll be like, "Hey, you need to slow your roll, bud."
Really?
Yeah, or like obviously with cultural, we just said like they'll be like, "Hey, I saw my people wearing your stuff or like listening to your music or whatever," and they'll
Yeah.
tell you to back off. And so you have to like make alliances with a bunch of like maybe like another military civilization and try to like keep them on your
Play
good side.
people against each
Yeah.
other so they're not
Yeah.
focused on you.
Yeah, while you like focus on the background on
Yeah.
all the other stuff. Because like I know for religion is like crazy. With
Yeah.
how like you get like the pastors and the preachers and all them. And the thing is like you also need to like stay on everybody's good side, because if you don't, they can restrict border access, and you can't go into
Yeah.
their territory and like spread your culture or religion or whatever. It's like
Dang.
so. It's a lot more of a political game than domination's just fun, because you could just like fuck all y'all.
You really just got to worry about your military and
Yeah.
domination and science.
Yeah.
But dude, I love it. I love expanding the borders.
It's fun. I also like seeing going through like the ages, like when you upgrade to like the next
Oh
step,
yeah.
and
In
all
the
of-
cities, they like the graphics of it. They build out,
Mhm.
and it's very. It's just very satisfying.
slowly build out, and it's cool seeing like landmarks, like building landmarks and stuff, and just like putting them all everywhere. And then like obviously you got your farms and all that stuff spreading out.
I like when you upgrade your city. Like if you put like a, I don't know, what do you call it? What do you call that? An aqueduct
Oh yeah,
in your city. It'll show up in your city.
yeah.
And it's very small detail, but I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's cool because it's like it's almost like a pseudo city builder kind of thing, where you're like placing like all these things around it, and you can even like put stuff in your city. Like,
One thing that's really cool to me is when you put a city on or like next to an island on a piece of land. Like let's say there's your city's on like the shore, and an island is like right across from that, like two or one spot away from that. It'll actually make this concrete harbor thing through that little tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love that stuff.
I love planting cities like just like that.
Yeah, and it makes like a canal basically,
Yeah.
like right through it. Yeah, it's cool. Like
Yeah.
the city, like all the stuff about like building up the city and territories and stuff is like really cool, and especially like when you can build stuff like on the mountain spots.
Yeah.
Then they look like premium.
Me and my friend John Hissett did a playthrough online, which the dude takes forever.
Oh,
So
yeah, the
I had to put a
turns,
turn counter on
Yeah.
him. He was mad about it. But we actually we were put on two different continents,
That's cool.
and we just started destroying. The nukes are crazy.
Oh man.
Once you get nukes in there, it's like
Yeah.
you will obliterate their entire thing and just roll in and take their city.
Yeah.
But I think it actually causes damage to your units if they're in that area.
Yeah, there's like the nuclear radiation that comes out after it.
But dude, it's ridiculous because once you get that kind of power and people start talking crap to you about like that power,
Oh yeah.
you feel this itch in you to just go, okay,
All right, no problem.
you've
bud.
made your decision.
Yeah.
I'm going to
So
blow
you
you,
chose
Kingdom
death.
Come.
Just get them. All right, no worries. We're sending a peace offering to you right now. Check your inbox.
Check your inbox.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
I love it. Yeah, the city sieging stuff is pretty fun too, especially when you get it like
Yeah.
all cornered and they can't do anything about it.
Sometimes it annoys me.
I kind of like it.
Like it is fun, but when you're losing, it's
Oh
not
no,
so
definitely not. No, it's never fun when you lose.
fun. When you are just short 3 units that you needed to take down that city, it's God, now I got to roll over here to 5 other cities
gonna
to
be a
try
little
and
bit.
salvage this victory.
Yeah,
So good.
yeah. The military stuff is fun. I always like to play Japan if I'm doing like military stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because their unit, it gives them like a buff to where normally when units fight each other and they like lose health, basically they get weaker as a result. But like with Japan, they have a passive that they fight at full strength even if they're like weakened. So like you can get a guy that has like two health left, and he'll still fight like he has like 13 strength. And it's like super badass to see these guys like take on like a whole squadron of like people and just like start mowing everybody down.
That's one of the main things for Vikings. It doesn't have a lot of attributes that I like, but it's just Vikings, so
You got it.
I gotta hold down Vikings.
Yeah.
I think their main thing is berserkers and ships.
Yeah.
so they're good on sailing. I think they get a boost in like how much they travel.
Yeah.
Um, but it's not very, uh, yeah, how I play, it's not very useful.
Yeah.
And you leave the berserkers behind
I know, yeah. That's the
early
thing
on.
about Japan is it's like their best unit is obviously the samurais, and that's only like from a really like early on era. So like
Hmm.
they don't get into full fighting strength until the samurai come up. But once you start leaving that technology behind, it
Hmm.
gets kind of harder to actually play
Yeah,
that
I think you
fighting
end
style.
up upgrading it into something else that's just
Yeah,
normal.
so you kind of have to like basically like go for the win right there if you can. So
Attack early.
yeah, attack early. Yeah, Civilization is a lot of fun.
Um, I forget a lot about the futuristic one.
Oh man, Beyond Earth was like so everybody like trashed on it so hard, but I love that game.
Yeah.
That game I've spent so many hours because like they had the I don't the civilizations that they add weren't like all that crazy different from each other.
Hmm.
Because they all sort of like had that like futuristic sci-fi look to them. They didn't. It's not like Japan had different buildings from Vikings and stuff like
Hmm.
that. It was like they all pretty much looked the same,
Hmm.
but they had like the three trees that you could go down.
Hmm.
I forget what they were though. It had something to do with like collecting like alien relics or stuff
Oh, I
on the
think I
planet that you go
loosely
on.
remember that. Yeah.
Where it's like you could either like what is it called? It's like symbiosis or whatever, where you basically combine with the aliens,
Oh,
and so like your tech, it's it's not like aliens. It's like combining alien like matter. You know what I mean?
yeah. Okay.
So like integrating that into your society, and then you're like this like hybrid.
Does it start changing your society?
Yeah. All three of them like change the look and feel of all of your stuff.
Really?
Like all of your units, like all of your fighting units, like um, all your like cultural stuff.
I have to give that one a replay. That
Definitely.
sounds badass.
Yeah, no, it was like super fucking cool. There's a second one that I forget. I think it's not like where you integrate aliens in, but you still like kind of mess with it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then there's another one where you like completely reject that entirely, and you just start. It's a red faction looking thing, and it's like all about like killing that shit off.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then like obviously like the other civilizations around could choose those paths as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you'll have like if you start off with like doing the symbiosis thing, the guy with like that doesn't want that
Mm-hmm.
is gonna have beef with you.
Oh,
He doesn't
okay.
like you because you're doing the opposite of what he's doing.
Yeah.
And then there's like the middle ground one, which I forgot. I forgot really what their like specialty is, but yeah. And then there was like when you first like touch down, there's like aliens and stuff, like alien life forms, like
Mhm.
big scorpion looking things.
Yeah,
Or, like,
I do remember
I
that.
think there's like a tunnel worm or something that's like
It always freaked me out
Yeah,
because I was like, I don't have anything I need to fight this thing.
yeah. I'm good. You stay over there, bud. We'll stay right here. I love the look of Beyond Earth. I really wish they would have like kept going with it, but it didn't get like a lot of good reviews, so they kind of gave up on it pretty fast
Huh.
and started work on 6.
So I mean, I can't tell you if they made the right choice or not because I like 6 a lot.
No,
So-
I mean it's fair. I like the direction that they went. I mean,
Yeah.
it just I don't. I think that if they had it more like options to choose from in terms of like the alien stuff, and if it actually like looked different,
Mm-hmm.
like if all the civilizations looked different, then it might have been better or more complex or deeper. But it kind
Yeah.
of just was like surface level stuff.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, it was just surface level stuff. So that's kind of like the unfortunate thing, and plus it was right after 5 or like a few years after 5, so it was kind of like 5 was like the big one that like blew up and got everybody looking at Civilization, and then Beyond Earth came out and everybody was like looking at it to be like huge, and,
Yeah.
you know.
I think they might have wanted like what would have been cool for that game is if they did like multiple planets.
Yeah.
Like you kind of traveled over and then you're kind of on this other continent, which would be another planet.
Yeah, I think it would have been a lot cooler if they would have just like if they were able to put it into 5. That's for somehow
Yeah.
like you get to like the last technology phase
Mm-hmm.
on 5, and I think you send a rocket up.
I think that happens in 6 too. Like you colonize Mars
Yeah,
or
something
something
like that. That's what I meant.
But you never see that.
Right.
It just goes. A rocket goes up, and you're like, yeah, we did it.
Yeah, that's what I think would be cool is if they did that.
Yeah.
And then the next stage of the game is like
Yeah.
the alien stuff, or like
Or if an event happens where the Earth you're on gets destroyed,
yeah,
like everyone's ran out of time.
yeah.
But now you have this other planet to
Like,
go manage.
oh man, like a turn limit comes up or something, or like
Yeah.
you reach the end of like technology and stuff, and
Mhm.
like you start hearing stuff that's like
Yeah.
out in space, and you're like, what's going on over there? Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yes.
then like people are in different civilizations are coming to you and talking about, have you seen this in my country?
Hey, what's going
they're,
on?
They're coming for
Yeah.
us. Alien abduction or whatever.
And like you were like the only one that was like building rocket ships or something, so they all had to be like, hey bud, can you let us on?
See you
We need-
later.
Yeah, we need to go. Yeah,
Uh,
that's what I love about. There's another game that I can talk about later, but it kind of does like a similar approach
oh,
to
okay.
something like that. But it's not.
Dude, we need to play online together.
Oh, Civ 6.
Yeah. Do you have PS5?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I could. I might have it on there. I don't know if I do. I'll have to check.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be cool though.
Yeah,
I
that'd
haven't
be
played
good.
multiplayer Civilization.
You haven't?
No.
I remember we tried one time
Yeah.
when you came over and we couldn't get it to work because
Yeah.
it's on our computers.
Yeah, that's right.
But no, it's
I played
fun.
Civ 5 co-op, but my friend always wanted to just fight everything. I never got to, and that included me as well. So I never got a moment to relax. It was always very stressful. So I never tried it in 6.
Yeah. He's like, hey, you want to play together?
Hey, I'm like, nope. I think I'm busy. Yeah, because it was always like that.
You enter the game, he's like, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah. Thank God I'm not near you.
No, we ended up. It was crazy when me and John did it because, like he wasn't very experienced in the game, but for some reason he like had so much money, more money than he knew what to do with. He was Africa,
Yeah.
and I don't know how he did it because I was ahead of him as far as like tech or whatever, but he was just like destroying in money, and he like it wasn't like he was doing he wasn't going with the currency, achievements. Like he wasn't building merchants and stuff like that. He wasn't after that.
Yeah.
But for some reason he had so much money.
Right.
And I was blown away.
Was he just not using it?
I was like, I can't get a nuclear weapon fast enough. He goes, here, I'll just buy it.
Okay, thanks, bud. Thanks for your
And he'd
donation.
blow up my enemies. I'd be like, thanks.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate it. What a nice donation
Yeah.
for the
Thank
nuclear
you for
winter.
your donation. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
That was an episode of Top Tier Play. Thank you for watching.
And be sure to check out the rest of our content on Typhoon. We've got a bunch more coming for you. Stay tuned.
Nice.